we are talking with Alamogordo softball as their new season begins March 14th? 11th. Okay. I knew there was a road game before the first home game of the season. So you guys go out to Silver, I think, for that first?
We go to Silver.
Yeah. Voice you hear there, of course, is Charlene Reyes, joined by Coach Ronnie Reyes as well. How are y'all doing today?
We're good. Thank you.
Good. Fantastic to have you here. You brought your 3 seniors, and these are all your 3 seniors,
yes,
right?
Sir.
You want to introduce the 3 that you brought with you?
We have Andrea, Sanchez, Alexis, Rodriguez, and Ruiz.
All right. How you ladies doing today? Good?
Good.
All right. Glad to hear it. Well, of course, coming off a great season last year, all the way to the state championship game. But, it's time to turn the page. You guys are looking forward to 2025 now. And, you guys, obviously you lose a big piece, but you bring back almost everybody from last year.
Everybody's come back, yes.
So certainly, you'll have to fill in spots in pitching and, filling in the hits and the home runs that Sid got. But I would say, looking at your roster, you've got an opportunity to do that.
Yes, sir. We have quite a few girls that can swing the bat, put it together on the field, and, of course, we do have a pitching staff, so that's nice. And we have lots of young ones that are picking up the slack at the JVC level.
Yeah, that's exciting to see for sure. And, Coach, I would imagine getting the experience that they have, not just last year, but the last few years, these ladies have had a chance to play game after game in the state tournament against the best competition in the state. That's got to give you a high level of confidence that they can come back and do the same kind of thing again this year, right? Coach Rinke?
Yeah, oh yes, we're going to be definitely competitive. There's no doubt with the group that we got, they're going to compete with anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. It's just a matter of doing what you're supposed to do. For example, pitching staff, they got to hit spots. That's the bottom line. Hitting, they got to hit the ball. Defense, they got to make the plays. So. And they're capable. That's the thing. It's not like they don't know. For example, Alexis has been here with us for 5 years, since she was 8th grade. So she knows what we got to do. And she's been picking it up as a senior. And then we got Maddie and we got Andrea. So hopefully they'll pick up the slack of what we've been, And like I said, we're going to be there. We'll be there.
Yeah, certainly have an opportunity this year to do that. How's the off season gone? I know you guys are busy with practice and before things officially begin for practice a couple weeks ago. So how was in terms of participation with kids coming out and working out with you throughout the off season?
For the most part, everybody's been out for the preseason workouts. Everybody's come out. We've had a few girls that were. Also on the swim team, powerlifting, and then as well as basketball. So, we kind of had to work around that. But everybody's been pretty diligent about making practices. So it's worked out nicely.
And getting the first live action against other teams than just yourself this past weekend. How did the scrimmages go?
Yes, the scrimmages went really well. We got to see what we thought we already knew. We did kind of know already. We got to see Carlsbad. We got to see Silver City. We got to see Artesia. We got to see Lovington. They're all quality. It doesn't matter what class they're in. They're quality ball teams. So we got to see where we're at. We got to see some of the things that we needed to work on. Some of the things that coaches need to see with some base running issues, just to see what we could pull up just for base running. But we know what we need to do and where we need to be.
All right, Coach, your impression of the scrimmage. What did you like? What did you see that y'all feel like you needed to work on going into the beginning of the regular season?
Well, I definitely liked seeing one of the best pitchers going into the state. Artesia had one that's going to Baylor, already signed. So we got to see her, and that's quality pitching. So if you make contact and you hit her, then we're a step ahead. So
and we did.
We hit her, and it was great. It was a 0-0 ball game all the way about the 4th inning, and then we started making mistakes.
Yeah,
but we'll fix them. We'll be all right.
It's good to see. Obviously, everybody's trying to get things going in the season, and if you're going to make mistakes, do it in a scrimmage, right? That's the time it's year to do it. All right, we'll go over here to Maddie, who. The biggest thing is you're finally getting healthy. You got hurt right at the beginning of girls basketball season.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, never got on the floor there, but you're getting healthy for softball, so right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And remind me, what was the injury that you had?
So they thought it was the ulnar ligament tear, but instead it was the radial or something like that, which they said with the MRI. It kind of like it would heal on its own, but if it was the other one, then it was surgery. So they cleared me.
Okay, so it was able to heal on its own. You didn't have to have surgery and all that. Okay, very good. So feeling strong, feeling good going into the season.
Yeah.
All right. How was obviously? I mean, I could ask what your off season was, but you were just trying to get healthy, pretty much. With your off season. But how is that? Going into a year and that you really haven't been maybe able to do with the things you'd want to do going into a season. Has that made it more difficult for you, or do you feel like you're ready to go?
I feel like I'm definitely ready. Like, it's more of like that, the fear of like not knowing, like, you know, that could be your last practice or last game. So coming into like softball, it's more of like the drive of like, this could be your last, it is your last, you know what I mean? So it's definitely made it like harder.
Well, and I would imagine it's because of the injury, it's probably made you appreciate things even more, going that, hey, this could be my last, like, you know, who knows what could happen out there, kind of thing. All right, very good. So with that being said, do you kind of, you know, feel like where you have maybe more confidence going into this season, hitting, fielding, something else out there that you feel like maybe just overall confidence? Because, hey, you're a senior this year.
I feel like in everything besides hitting, there's more things that I have to work on. But other than that, like, confidence is like coming in. But hitting, it's just being able to make the contact. But
yeah, that's probably one positive thing with your injury is that it was upper body, so your speed that you have, that doesn't affect that going into the season, right? Yeah. I was trying to remember ulnar, that's an elbow thing, right? Hand. Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Or radial, yeah.
I'm definitely not a doctor, so that's I have no idea at all. Going to see you out in the outfield again this year?
Second and center.
Second and center. Okay, so you're going to do some infield this year. Are you excited about that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Kind of.
It's definitely different. Like, the reaction is like a lot quicker. Whenever I got like the first ball hits me, I was like, oh wow, like you actually have to like pay a lot more attention and like be ready. But I mean,
yeah, okay. Had you played infield previous to that?
I did, but not in high school.
Well, what was nice about it is we got to see a couple double plays at the very beginning that we haven't seen sometimes in a whole season, and they looked really good. Yeah. So you were part of that.
Yeah. Got to build some confidence with that, I would imagine. Okay, very good. You got some goals that you're kind of setting for yourself this year? I mean, from hitting standpoint, from a fielding standpoint, things that you're going to try to accomplish in your senior year?
Being able to like lay down a bunt, like a good bunt, and knowing that like a hit doesn't matter if you're like a power hitter or not. Just making contact to be able to like advance runner or even get on the base. It's definitely something I have to work on is like situations, but. Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure the coaches want to have you use your speed, so if you can get those slap bunts down and things like that, that would be ideal. Yes. Okay. Very good. All right. Move over here to Alexis. Can you believe it's your senior year? I mean, it's 5 seasons. Does it feel like it's been 5 years?
A little bit. It's been pretty long.
Okay, it's been pretty long. All right. And going into the season, what kind of work were you doing in the off season? Were you playing some travel ball? Were you doing anything else?
I was playing a lot of travel ball.
What are some places that you went this year?
You went to Arizona?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I went to Arizona, Las Cruces, Texas. Okay. That's really it. We stay around here a little bit. You got
to see some good competition out there?
Yeah, in Arizona we did. Yeah, we saw some good pitchers there.
Okay. How about confidence-wise going into the season? Where do you feel like you're strongest in your game? We've seen you hit the ball especially well. We've seen you as a solid defender over the years. Where do you feel best at going into the season?
I like to hit.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel very confident in hitting.
All right.
Just hit the ball out.
Okay. Outfield again this year? You're going to be on the infield or
pitching?
Pitching. Okay.
Probably in the outfield too. All right. We need a real one out there.
Okay.
Probably in the outfield. She's right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and that's what's interesting. You guys have 3 or 4 different pitchers this year? 3. Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of that's different. Certainly, that obviously there's more than one to depend on.
Yeah.
But obviously it's an opportunity for you to kind of step up and step into that position as a senior. Are you excited about the pitching part of it?
Yeah. If I get better,
Okay.
Gotta work a little harder, But yeah, I'm excited.
Okay. Very good. And got any goals that you're setting for yourself for the season? Things that you, from pitching, hitting standpoint, that you're kind of hoping to get to this year?
Hopefully, hitting my spots a little better in pitching, keeping the ball lower, really spinning my ball better.
Okay.
But yeah.
Do you feel? This is the most confident you felt in your pitching going into a season this year?
I felt confident, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
I felt confident past years, but after Saturday, I was kind of like, ooh. I'm a little nervous now.
So that obviously for the next couple of weeks you're really going to be working on some stuff before the beginning of the season. All right. Okay, very good. All right, we'll move over here to Andrea. And First off season, what kind of things were you working on the off season? Did you play any travel ball? Did you just play, practice with the team? What did you do?
No, I actually didn't do any off season. I work.
You work?
Yeah.
Okay. So stepping out of that and stepping right onto the field kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. It's hard. Yeah.
How was it then? I guess I would say going into practice that first day, was that kind of a challenge getting back into the groove of things?
Yeah, most definitely. Just because, I'm on varsity now and it's so much more different than JV. So, I definitely have to step it up way more.
Okay. What are the things that you're feeling like you need to step up in? Is it kind of in all aspects, or is there a couple things in particular that you're looking at?
Mainly everything.
Okay.
Especially, confidence-wise, because I know, I'm not going to be able to do anything if I don't have any confidence in it.
Yeah. And I'd say one positive, you probably got a team behind you that's hoping to help you with that confidence, right?
Yeah, we definitely have I think we have good girls this year. We have an easy time picking each other up. We're not bashing on each other or anything when somebody makes a mistake.
Okay. And what positions will we see out there this year?
They have been working me in outfield, so
okay.
Hopefully.
You feel, that's the position you're kind of comfortable in, or you've been playing other positions previously?
Well, my JV year, all I did was catch.
Okay.
So it's definitely something different, but I'm willing to put in the work.
Okay. And goals that you're kind of setting for yourself this year? Anything in particular you want to see yourself get done in your senior year?
Definitely just my confidence, because I know I could do it if I have confidence, especially with hitting, because I know I have a good hit. It's just, I get really nervous.
Okay. Just got to shake it off and go up there and do your thing.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Well, we'll look forward to seeing that. Coach, we, of course, have a full roster of ladies to talk about, and you mentioned bringing so much back from last year. Y'all have a lot of talent going into the season, right?
We do. With Maddie and Alexis as returners and Andrea stepping it up, this is an uncomfortable role for her because, as a senior, she's kind of like, what do I say? But then, of course, we have Haley coming back at catching and infield, and Amani coming back at infield anywhere, outfield, or you can put her anywhere. Chloe will be coming back in the infield and pitching as well. Alyssa at first base. She'll have to do some catching. Haley's a little bit under the weather, so Alyssa had to pick it up quite a bit on Saturday behind the plate, but we'll see some time with her at first base. And then we have Davi, and Davi will be in the infield. She'll be at one of the corners, most definitely. Addie Chamberlain was a JV kiddo that we pulled up last year. We pulled her up when we went to tournaments, and then we pulled her up with us at state, and she's got some speed, so that'll help, and Maddie had said it before, and I didn't comment on it, but putting the ball into play, if you put the ball into play, it doesn't matter. Let them throw it away, let them make a mistake, make them play the ball, and I'm hoping that's what's going to happen with some of the speedsters, that they put the ball in play, and then, like I said, Addie can run. Ice will be back. Also seeing some pitching time and some infield time. And then I think I got all of the returners. And then we got a couple of girls that we're going to bubble back and forth just so that they can see some time on the field and get acclimated to varsity. The same kind of the same situation with Andrea, because it definitely is different from JV to varsity. And so we have Lola, that will see some time. Carvajal, she'll see some time in the outfield. Parker Wade, she'll see some time either in the DP spot or maybe at first base a little bit if my first basemen are elsewhere. Elise Roman has been doing some backup catching for us, and then Madison Cisco. So she'll be looking at a hitting role. We also have some young ones coming in, and they're brand new. They're 8th graders, but they can definitely see some time at JV. One of them is a pitcher, so she'll be at JV. Reagan Rose, and then a couple other kids. Actually, a lot of 8th graders are out there right now. I don't know, about 5 or 6. Wow. But they, along with their partners in crime, the other girls that are with them, the 9th graders, and I think they're all 8th, 9th, and 10th. Mm-hmm. So they're a young squad, and they're putting in the work, and they're learning, and they take everything in. And there's as you look to the future, there's potential for lots of speed, and then also there's potential for big sticks. They just got to learn what they have, and they've got some pitching. I think Reagan Rose will do some damage for them and help them out. And we might pull her along with us a couple tournaments just so that she can see what it's like at the next level, because it definitely is different.
And sometimes just being on the bench and being with the team and just seeing the process that they go through, I imagine would be and what you guys as coaches expect from varsity players, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. And some of the girls, the girls that were bubbling up, the Madison, Cisco, and Parker, and Elise and Lolo. Oh my goodness, you can't get them to shut up in the dugout. They are the best cheerleaders ever. So I got to give them props for that, because Saturday it didn't matter if we were up or if we were down, and that kind of comedy show, I don't know, energy. That kind of energy in the dugout helps everybody else to kind of relax and kind of get over things if they make a mistake, when they come in the dugout and everybody's cheering and getting after it and motivating. It's motivating. Yeah. So it's exciting to have the whole group of girls that we have together. Yeah,
Coach. Coach Ronnie. I'd figure it's just having the noise and the energy. That's something with softball maybe than, I think most high school sports, but having the energy and the yelling and the chants and the various things in there, that's something that you as coaches, I'm sure, encourage and just have them, more than anything, I'm sure, have them engaged with what's going on out in the field, right?
Absolutely. Exactly. And like I've always told the girls, it's when it becomes fun is when you become good at it. And they're starting to understand that. When they start hitting the ball consistently and making the plays and like the double play, that's fun. And when they hit the ball with line shots, that's fun. Yeah. And you should see, one of the kids just came to my mind, Lola. She hit a home run in practice. She ran to her PE coach.
Her powerlifting coach.
Like she won the lottery.
Yeah.
She was so excited. So it's things like that, as far as the kids understanding that how this game become fun is when you become good at it.
Yeah.
I don't know that, just talking about that with the double play, I don't know that Chloe's ever done the splits. She did the splits to execute that double play.
Oh, she was at first to get it?
Yeah. So, some of those things, that was just, those double plays were awesome, and that's just a great motivator. And so, yeah.
Yeah. And I would imagine overall seeing the strength of the program, and what I love when I hear coaches talk about the kids that are playing JV. You guys are engaged with, because those are the kids that are going to be playing varsity at some point. Everybody graduates at some point. So overall, program wise, you like what you're seeing from the varsity, the JV level, and on down.
Oh yeah. We try to keep it the same. When we're doing defense, then they're doing offense. We're doing defense. It's just. So we're consistent.
Kind of plays and being consistent with the expectations.
They do the same thing we do. Yeah. So varsity and JV run the same. Everything's the same.
Yeah. So hopefully when you step up to that varsity level, like Andrea is doing here in a little while, it's not as big of a transition. It's still going to be difficult.
Absolutely.
Though, so, yeah.
It's perfect.
Maddie, how was the double play? We're talking about all that up. Was that fun?
It was really fun. It was also nerve-wracking. So I was like, if I don't get this flip just right and it's really low and she drops it, that's going to be a field day for everybody, especially my mom would be in my face, because she used to play second, so she was good. Yeah, it was just.
Where Ronnie steps out of the dugout and kind of gives you the stare.
Yeah. That's I don't want to see that. So it's you just stay down, flip it, and just get it over with, and
that's good.
And that's what the coach is saying. The fact that when you're having fun out there, it doesn't, the pressure doesn't feel quite as much, I would imagine, if it feels like it's fun, yeah?
Yeah, whenever the energy's up, all the girls, just the other practice, everyone was very enthusiastic, and it was you know what, you made a mistake, it's okay, this is a game of, I think you guys said trial and error, it's in the past, there's nothing you can do about it. And so whenever you have somebody encouraging you and telling you it's okay, do this and correct you in a more subtle way, I think the energy this year again is a very big thing, and everyone feeds off of that. So whenever everyone's hitting and doing their part, it's fun. Everything just kind of came together. So
okay. So does it feel any different being a senior on this team this year? Or is it just kind of the same old thing for you?
It definitely feels just a little different. I think a role, because we talk about Andrea's more of the quiet one. I'm both, I can be quiet, but I can also be hey, do this. It's definitely different of playing the role as being the role model. And other than that, it's just emotional, Yeah. It's emotional year.
Yeah, obviously. That's the big thing for you, obviously, is knowing you've got 2 months or so left of softball to play. Yeah. I can understand that completely. And I would say another positive, obviously, with being a senior with this group is everybody kind of knows their job, knows what to do. You don't I'm sure you try to play that mentor role at times, but it's not necessary all the time because the experience with everybody is kind of takes the pressure off a little bit for you.
No, it does. It does. Having everyone knowing their roles, especially if like we're told like if you don't know your role, come ask for your role. Like everyone knowing what they're supposed to be doing at all times, like it is helpful because then it's like you just kind of like and they're like no, like I know. So it's like okay, you know, but.
Okay, very good. Are you excited for graduation or?
Yeah.
Don't want to think about it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's it's there. I know we talked about this in basketball, but remind us, what's coming up next after high school for you?
I'm still undecided with the military. It's either Marines or Air Force, but right now I'm still speaking to my recruiter and should be taking my practice ASVAB pretty soon in March. So.
Okay, that's exciting too.
Very nerve-wracking, but it's pretty exciting.
Has your recruiter talked to you about career paths and things like that?
Yes, but I've only been talking to like the Marines, so I'm trying to get in touch with another recruiter for the Air Force to see like, because if I do go Air Force, I've kind of like decided more on like my career, which would be like co-pilot or pilot with like drones and stuff like that. So, I mean,
it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. What made you want to? Obviously, that's something you're interested in. What got you interested in that?
I don't know. Just kind of. I feel like it's not very. You're not on the first line. I guess you can say like Marines.
Okay.
Like it's kind of very much back in the back.
You can still be a pilot in a way, but not necessarily
like
in
having
the plane.
to be. Yeah, like I'm afraid of heights, so.
Okay.
So I don't think I'd want to be.
You don't have to be up 30,000, 40,000 feet in the air.
So I was like, you know what? I'll
The
just.
drone can be up there, right?
Yeah, I'll be down here just watching. Yeah.
There you
So.
go. It's easier to look at it through a screen than it is to go look down and
Yeah.
go, oh, that's really high, right? Yeah. Okay. Alexis, how about you? I mean, your senior year, what has you most excited about knowing that, hey, you've got 2.5 months of softball left?
Getting done with school.
Okay. You're ready for graduation is what you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm a little sad because I really like our team. I like the people who play with us.
Yeah.
They're great people.
What is the feeling with this year's team? Obviously, it's not that different from last year, but I'm sure it is a little bit different because there are different ladies are having to step into different roles and take bigger responsibilities. What do you feel from this group maybe compared to other years?
I don't know. It's kind of like the same as every year. Like we're still always having fun. Like it's always the same. We do have to work a little harder since Sid's not here, but it takes like all of us to do it. So I think we're still going to be good. Still going to be great. We're still going to put runs on the board, like, no matter who we're playing. So we have a great group of hitters.
Yeah.
Infield needs some, or the outfield needs some work, but we're still going to be great.
One of those things, I'm sure maybe a little bit of a, hey, we can get right back to that same spot next year, regardless of.
Yeah, hopefully we can take it this year. So.
And I think Alexis takes herself lightly sometimes. She's a great movement pitcher. And I just think sometimes she doesn't realize what she has. She's not saying it and she's not speaking about it, but she is looking at some colleges to continue her pitching and softball career. I know she just told me she's going on Friday to go visit a school that's interested in her. So,
okay. Where are you headed?
Huh?
Where are you going to visit?
Oh, Colorado.
Colorado? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, very good. And you've had some other interests from some other schools as well?
Yeah, from Luna too, but just going to check them out and see what I like.
Okay, very good. So softball, obviously, you'd like to continue if you could.
Yes.
All right, very good. Do you know what you want to do in college or not sure yet?
Well, I want to do nursing, but I think I'm just going to do 2 years to do basics and then just do college.
Yeah.
So
hopefully get a chance to play some softball and then focus on the other things afterwards. Okay, very good. Excited to see that. All right. Andrea, how about you? Obviously it's a whole new kind of senior year feeling for you. With some the younger girls maybe looking up to you in that situation, is that kind of exciting for you?
Definitely. I feel like it's way more harder, especially because, I'm coming up from JV. Like, I don't have any varsity experience. And knowing that we have, other underclassmen, coming up and bubbling with varsity, it's definitely, it gets me excited to know that they're going to be able to look up to me. But that just means, I have to put in so much more work. Yeah.
And I would imagine, talk about maybe being a little bit quieter is getting a little bit louder and being more vocal. Is that kind of a goal for you this year?
A little bit. I just feel like I don't have a role to say as much just because I don't have the varsity experience.
Okay. But to be maybe a motivator more than anything else. Get behind the other players. Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes that quiet leadership.
Yeah. That makes a difference for sure. Mm-hmm. And softball, is that something you're hoping to continue after this, or is this going to be your last run of softball here for the next couple months?
No, just these couple months.
Okay, so you're going to enjoy it. What's coming up for you after high school? Have you decided on that?
I'm actually going to the military.
Okay. What branch are you going into?
Air Force.
Air Force. All right. So we got a couple of ladies that are headed into the armed services. Do you know what kind of career path you're looking at, or?
No, I have been talking to recruiters though. So I did take a practice as VAB, and I didn't do too bad on it. So definitely just focusing on like what path to take now, since I know I could obviously pass the ASVAB.
Okay, very good. I mean, when you look at the pamphlets or anything, was there anything that looked interesting to you? They're like, yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like to do that.
Definitely maintenance, kind of, just because me and my dad do a lot of that at home together. So it's definitely something that I enjoy doing, and I know I could do it.
Okay, so if you could work on airplanes or work on other things out there, that would be good for you?
Definitely.
Okay, very good. Well, we're excited to see what happens there. Coach, I mean, obviously we've talked about expectations. They are no different than they are every single year. And I think that's exciting for the program, and just that, y'all expect to be competing at state every year. You expect to be competing for district every year. It's going to be super tough, as it is every year.
Our district is, I think, going to be a dogfight. I think there's no doubt with every team that we're looking at from top to bottom in the district, where it's going to be a run for it. But I think we can manage it. I don't think that we have any issues with any things that we wouldn't be able to pull it off. It just depends on, if the girls are executing when they're supposed to be executing and putting in the work to get themselves there, and with the guidance along the way from the coaches. There's a couple of teams scattered throughout the north, but I think we're going to be playing the best in the state down here, down south. So we're opening up with Silver City looked good on Saturday. So that's always a test. We'll get to see Artesia in the Artesia tournament. We had picked up a single with Los Lunas, but we're also playing them again for the first game when we go to the Artesia tournament. So there's, again, formidable teams that we're going to see right off the bat at the tournament. And then we're going to head to Rio Rancho. And we'll open up with Hobbs.
Wow.
And we haven't played Hobbs in a couple years, and they've always given us a run for our money. So we'll open up the Rio Rancho tournament with Hobbs, and then we'll get to see where we go from there, depending on how the bracket goes. I'm thinking, and I brought it here because I can't remember all the different teams. But,
well, yeah, there's just a few up there.
I know that in the past when we've played Farmington right away, and it looks to be like it could be Farmington or actually Tula Rosa. So it depends on who wins that once we play Hobbs. But we'll go from there and see how it goes, and then of course we start district. So exciting. And
district, I mean, Centennial probably the best of the group, or I mean, do you feel like Mayfield and Cruces and Organ Mountain have all taken a step up?
I think all of us. I think everybody's taken a step up, and I think although Centennial lost a couple of kids, they had kids coming up, and so it's always Cruces is loaded with kids. There's just it's I don't know where they're coming from, but they're loaded with kids, and they play all summer long, and they get lots of reps and lots of touches on the ball, and so it doesn't matter which school they go to. Yeah. Same with Gadsden. I mean, it doesn't matter. Softball is a different world than some of the other sports, and when it comes to our district.
Yeah.
Any given day, it could be anybody's game, but I think we have the team to put it together to make the difference if they're working hard.
Yeah. Well, and just as with softball is obviously one of those sports that, a pitcher's having a great day, and even if the team overall is maybe, not as good as maybe you guys are or feel like you guys are, 1-0, obviously those kind of games happen all the time, and
right.
have to deal with that. So
right.
All right, well, we'll look forward to it. Again, 11th is a road game against Silver, and then the first home game is the 13th against Los Lunas. 14th?
I have 15th.
15th? Okay, you're right. I'm sure you're right, because I'm not looking at it and you are. So that's a Saturday.
I had to bring it.
Yeah, Saturday morning game, I believe. Yeah.
Yes,
so because you don't have a lot of home games before district. I think it's just that Los Lunas game, right?
Right. Yeah. And then the two tournaments. The Artesia tournament, there's four games guaranteed, and Rio Rancho's 5 games. So that takes up a whole chunk. But you're seeing random teams from all over, and they're all great, formidable teams, and that's what we need to see. Well, like I said, to be the best, we got to play the best, and we're fixing to go into district with that mentality. So we've got to see those teams prior to that. Yeah. We'll see La Cueva. La Cueva dropped us for our 2s so that they could get in the Rio Rancho tournament. But so we'll see them, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll look forward to it. Should be a fantastic season again, I'm sure. We expect to see y'all make a deep run in state again. Certainly no reason for y'all not to with the talent that you have. So we're excited to see it.
As well.
All right. Yep. Good luck this season, ladies. Thanks for coming in. Coaches, as always, appreciate your time.
Thank you
for having us. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it.